Welcome back to Hoochos. Today on Hoochos, I'm going to take you on an adventure capturing a wild swarm of bees. In this video, I'm going to save an unfortunately located swarm of bees from the elements, and we're going to relocate them to a new home, do some colony manipulations to set them up for a prosperous future, and at the end we'll have a brand new hive that we can call our own. Okay, so, So I got a call last night from a mate, and he essentially said there's a swarm on my neighbour's property next door. She's got a swarm of bees in her bin. I think it's a green waste bin. So I am going to go and catch it now. It was a bit late to go down at that point. It's about an hour from my house. Got the bee suit, a box, everything I think I need in the car, or a little bit of filming equipment too, so we can take you on the ride. And we're gonna see if we can catch a random swarm of bees. So this has nothing to do with any of my colonies swarming, which they've done twice now. Yeah, let's go see if we can catch a swarm. This will be fun. Alright. I'm not 100% sure where these bees are. I think they're in the next door neighbour's house. I'm just gonna park in front of his house. Probably park in front of her house would be better. And so I've got all the beekeeping equipment here. I'm just gonna go up and talk to him first.
It's already on video, I take it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh, it is already actually filming, I see. Do you prefer horizontal?
Horizontal always, yeah. So, we're gonna go up, and I've gotta be kind of quiet because the owners are still asleep, but they've given us permission to go in and grab the swarm. So, we're gonna go up through Toopy's house. Josh, say hi.
Hello, everyone.
And grab them. So, I'm just gonna check.
I feel really safe over here with no equipment on while you're wearing that.
I did think about that, and I was like, should I put Josh a suit? But
She'll be right. I'll run fast.
well, they generally won't sting when they're swarming. Right, let's go.
All right, buddy. Oh, yeah.
So this is the swarm. They swarmed into this compost bin, which is very weird. So I'm going to try and get them from in here into the box. So I'll just put the box in front.
So you just start scooping them up?
Yeah, I'll just start scooping them up, come around and sort of scoop under them and try and get them into this box, which is full of wired and waxed frames. Trying not to hurt the queen. Might do it with my hands actually. There we go. Good bees. Good bees. Just talking to the bees. Just scoop them out like that. They've started building honeycomb on the inside of this. So they've actually tried to set up home.
You'll have to forgive me for the shake in the camera that I did because I just got hit in the eye.
Oh, you got hit in the eye? You didn't actually get... Oh, okay, yeah, good. I'm gonna start scooping a little bit more because she might be in here. Let's see if I can see her. Just looking for any clumps of bees. Gonna guess that she's probably in here actually because there were so many bees that went in there. I'll just show you. You can see they started building honeycomb on the inside of here, which means that they've decided this is a location for the new hive, which is probably not a great idea because there's no... I mean, actually, was there a lid on this?
They pushed it off.
Oh,
yeah.
So that was on this.
It was on and it got pushed off.
Oh, right. So this was actually not a bad swarm location. It's just that it's not a permanent one because it's a bin, obviously. You saying that the bees pushed it off?
Yeah, apparently.
The bees pushed it off. So what we actually think happened was the night before there had been a rather intense storm with high winds, and we think that the lid was blown off the top, exposing the bees' hive location to the elements. And this unfortunately would have meant that if we hadn't come along and relocated them, the hive would have perished out in the elements. So it's quite fortunate for the bees that Josh called me and I was able to relocate them.
So now the idea is, as long as the queen's in there,
Yeah,
they'll all go in through that top hole and make a home.
absolutely. This is what they call an escape, and it allows the bees to go in but not come out. I've also just opened up this front hole. They're really gentle though, they're not hurting me at all.
Well, I mean, I'm in no suit at all and I haven't been stung yet, so I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, I get what you mean. Like, they don't appear to be even landing on you or worrying about you much at all. They're just flying around.
Okay, I'm gonna try and put this lid back on to see if we can't get them to stop going in there. Oh, that's why. The lid doesn't seal. So see how they're coming in the front of that entrance now? I'm just hoping that they think that that's their hive rather than this. And they're all running in there. So I've just put the hive exactly where they think the old hive was. And there are some bees heading in there. Seal the top of that off. And you can see that line of bees that's forming. See that that guy there is giving off a butt wiggle. So they're saying this is where the queen is. Come in here. And I'd say they're all going to go inside, hopefully.
Yeah, now a bunch of them are pouring in.
Oh yeah, look at that.
There's like 6 or 7 of them went in, now there's like...
They're like chasing each other in. It's so cool. They're just super confused because there'd be queen smell all over the hive, and they're also now going, okay, there's queen smell in here as well. Queen pheromone in there. And see this bloke here, he's doing like a butt waggle. Essentially saying, come over here. It's a locator pheromone. So they're not only getting queen pheromone, but they're getting locator pheromone.
You can see all these ones down here, all moving up in a line, coming up to the top and then around.
Oh my gosh. There's a few bees over this side too. We've almost got all the bees, which is fantastic. They're really gentle. We've just been standing here for like 20-30 minutes and they haven't even bothered us. Most of the bees are in the box. I took a little peek before. It's just like a big vibration at the moment you move that lid. So they're happy in there. They don't want us to go near it. Not that I don't trust them. It's just that I didn't bring any histamines. You lift this up. Yeah, look at that. Just gonna chuck an actual lid on. Don't get an idea about that one.
I love the pine cone invention. The pine cone plug.
So at this point, I changed my approach from a swarm relocation to a hive relocation. Okay, so we've got most of the bees in the hive. However, I'd rather wait for all the foragers to return because there's a bunch of bees that are out at the moment collecting honey, nectar, pollen, resources for their new hive. So this is the reason we want to come back tonight. You can see here, these 2 bees have sacks full of pollen on their legs, right? And they would have been collecting all that pollen all morning while we were here rehoming the hive. That's why they're trying to get back into this compost bin. But we want these guys to all return with their resources and they eventually find their way into the hive. There's a bunch of these worker bees out collecting pollen on all of the different flowers in the area, and we want them to bring their resources back and return at night so that we can shut it up and we don't leave any bees behind. So yeah, I'm gonna come back tonight and we'll shut this up, take it then. Okay, so it's night time and we're going back to grab the hive because it wouldn't call it a swarm because it's it had set up already. Okay, here we are. Wow. got a lot of bees in there, that's great. Fantastic. So, we'll just close these up. Like that. Just gonna ratchet strap this up. Okay, so it's the next day and I let the bees out last night. They didn't go anywhere because it was nighttime. They're out doing their maiden flights right now. So what I'm actually going to do to make sure that they stay and also to give them some more resources is I'm going to give them a frame of brood and a frame of resources, or some mix of the two. So half bee bread, half honey, and a full frame of capped brood that they don't need to take care of, that will emerge and help the colony gather resources, and those capped brood cells that emerge can then be filled by the queen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them there for a second, do some hive inspections on my other hives. I'm going to select the strongest hive that I can collect resources from, make sure I can find the queen and add in the resources. So this is going to be our honey and bee bread one. You can see there's a bunch of bee bread and honey, and they can use the empty cells for brood if they like. The queen can start laying almost immediately in that, and I'm going to need an empty frame before I close that hive up. So I'm just going to jump in here quickly. There shouldn't be a problem here. I'm going to drop this one in the middle. And we're going to do the same again over here. That one's almost perfect. So we've got half a frame of brood and half a frame of honey. Like, we had this same ratio of honey and bee bread on the other one. So this is going to give them a really nice place to begin. So I'm just going to continue this colony check and we'll take this over at the end. Frame back in like this. So I knocked off some queen cells there. I hadn't even been laid in because I've been checking them every week. They really want to swarm these two hives because they're so large, but I've been checkerboarding them and sharing their resources around as well. So just trying to get the swarming down. I'll put this back on top and we can leave them alone. Now, I want to add these two frames into this hive, but at the same time, I'm going to be looking for the queen. Only a small swarm, so it shouldn't be too hard to find her. They started building this out already, that's crazy. Have a look at that. You can see all the comb they've built out already, that's in the middle. That's nuts. Incredible how they can do that so fast. So they've made this home, that's great. There she is. There she's crawling across the frame here. So they've got a queen, and that's fantastic. So we've got a queen, and I'm very happy that we've got a queen. I'm just going to throw in these two frames into the center, and that's going to give them a bunch of resources to work with, and she can start laying almost immediately, like so. And we're going to close that up. I'm extremely excited we were able to rescue this swarm of bees, and I was able to set them up, giving them the best possible chance of thriving into the future. This wild hive relocation makes up my 6th beehive, and my small collection of beehives is growing into what can probably be considered a small apiary. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Hoochos. Happy beekeeping, and I'll see you next time on Hoochos.